Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Dhaneja, coming up in the next 30 minutes. New Zealand ushers in New Year 2025 with a stunning fireworks display. Australia too welcomes New Year in style with Sydney's iconic fireworks display. Chinese cyber attack targets the US Treasury. Hackers access unclassified documents. Beijing calls these claims groundless. And trouble mounts for South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol as court issues arrest warrant. Acting President Choi to appoint 2 Constitutional Court judges. Chinese state-sponsored hackers breached the US Treasury Department's computer security guardrails this month and stole documents. The hackers compromised third-party cybersecurity service provider Beyond Trust and were able to access unclassified documents.
The US Treasury Department said Monday that a China state-sponsored actor was behind a cyber breach, resulting in access to some of its workstations. The incident happened earlier this month when the actor compromised a third-party cybersecurity service provider and was able to remotely access the Treasury workstations and some unclassified documents. Treasury contacted the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency after it was alerted of the situation by its provider, Beyond Trust. The compromised Beyond Trust service has been subsequently taken offline. The Treasury has attributed the incident to a China state-sponsored advanced persistent threat actor. An APT refers to a cyber attack where an intruder establishes and maintains unauthorized access to a target, remaining undetected for a sustained period of time. The department did not provide further details on what was affected by the breach, but said more information would be released in a supplemental report at a later date. Bureau Report, DD India.
Beijing called the claims of Chinese state-sponsored hackers being the ones behind the cyber breach at the US Treasury Department groundless and politically motivated. Speaking at a regular news briefing on Tuesday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said that China has always opposed all forms of hacker attacks.
We have repeatedly stated our position on such groundless allegations which lack evidence. China has always opposed all forms of hacker attacks, and we are even more opposed to spreading false information against China for political purposes.
So it's not the first time that the Chinese hackers have targeted US government. Here's a brief history of alleged cyber attacks by China on the US and Europe.
In March 2024, US Department of Justice indictment revealed that 7 hackers associated with Chinese government were charged with computer intrusions targeting perceived critics of China and US businesses and politicians. Over 10,000 malicious emails impacting thousands of victims across multiple continents were reported. As alleged in the indictment, it was part of a global hacking operation which targeted journalists, political officials, and companies to repress critics of China and its regime, compromise government institutions, and steal trade secrets. May 2024, Chinese hackers hit Britain's Ministry of Defence with a cyber attack that exposed sensitive information on every troop apart from the UK's Special Forces. The attackers targeted a third-party contractor to access names and bank details of current and former members of the armed forces. The UK Minister of Defence stopped short of publicly naming China as the culprit. February 2024, Chinese spies placed malware in a Dutch military network in 2023. The network was not connected to the Defence Ministry's main network, which reduced damage. Netherlands has publicly accused China of cyber espionage. August 2023, Chinese hackers obtained personal and political emails of a US congressman from Nebraska. The hackers exploited the same Microsoft vulnerability that gave them access to emails from the State Department and Department of Commerce. May 2023, Chinese hackers breached communications networks at a US outpost in Guam. The hackers used legitimate credentials, making it harder to detect them. December 2022, Chinese government-linked hackers stole at least $20 million in COVID-19 relief funds from the US government, including Small Business Administration loans and unemployment insurance money. The US Secret Service announced they retrieved half of the stolen funds.
On to South Korea now. A South Korean court issued an arrest warrant for impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol on Tuesday, who faces a criminal investigation for possible insurrection after declaring martial law on December the 3rd. Yoon's lawyer called the warrant invalid, while supporters and opponents rallied near his residence in Seoul. Some residents called the warrant late but fortunate. DD India's Diptanshu Kashyap has more.
After being impeached and suspended from power for imposing martial law on 3rd December, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol's troubles keep mounting as he now faces an arrest warrant approved by a court on Tuesday. This marks the first ever arrest warrant issued for an incumbent president. Yoon is under investigation for possible insurrection charges, and the court also approved a search warrant for his residence. Opponents outside his home in Seoul are baying for action.
The investigative authorities have issued a summons request, but it has been ignored. As a result, they have obtained an arrest warrant and are proceeding with the arrest. However, even regarding this arrest warrant, Yoon Suk-yeol, who is accused of treason, claims it is illegal and refuses to acknowledge it. Therefore, it is imperative that this arrest warrant is executed and that this individual faces legal consequences.
Supporters of the warrant believe Yoon should have been arrested much sooner for his actions.
Despite repeated summons, President Yoon Suk-yeol has refused to attend, which makes it worse. I believe he should have been arrested when he declared martial law, as it was illegal. Although it feels late, I think the warrant is at least fortunate.
In response, Yoon's lawyer stated that his client's martial law declaration did not constitute insurrection and called the arrest warrant invalid. It remains unclear when or how the warrant will be executed.
The declaration of martial law is a power granted to the president under the Constitution. The president exercised this authority legitimately as part of their duty to protect the constitutional order of the nation.
Even Yoon's supporters expressed their support for the embattled president and opposed the arrest warrant.
The arrest warrant for President Yoon Suk-yeol is invalid. I came here to oppose the execution of the warrant. There are a lot of people supporting President Yoon Suk-yeol. So, us and many civic group leaders are gathered here to support.
Now let's understand the legal implications of the case. What next for impeached president? The current arrest warrant is viable until the 6th of January. It gives investigators only 48 hours to hold Yoon after he is arrested. Investigators must then decide whether to request a detention warrant or release him. The district court issued the warrant due to the likelihood that Yoon will not respond to summons without a justifiable reason. Once a celebrated public prosecutor known for his anti-corruption efforts, Yoon rose to the presidency in just a few years. However, his tenure has been marred by repeated scandals, culminating in the chaos of declaring martial law and sending troops and helicopters to the parliament, marking a dramatic fall from grace. Tanshu Kashyap's report for DD India.
South Korea's acting president Choi Sang-mok said on Tuesday that he would immediately move to fill vacancies in the Constitutional Court. This is in an effort to restore stability after the impeachment of two of his predecessors. Choi said he would appoint 2 Constitutional Court justices immediately and a third when ruling and opposition parties can agree on nominating a candidate. Finance Minister Choi became acting leader on Friday after the impeachment of Prime Minister Han Duck-soo. Staying with South Korea, the country's acting president Choi Sang-mok on Tuesday paid tribute to the victims of the Jeju airplane crash. Choi was accompanied by a group of officials as he laid down flowers and bowed to pay respects at the memorial set up in Seoul. The acting South Korean president on Monday ordered an emergency safety inspection of the country's entire airline operation system as investigators worked to identify victims and find out what caused the disaster. You're watching DD India Live, still to come on the show. Russia launches attack on Kiev, hits infrastructure in Ukraine's north. Hollywood celebrities Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt finally reached divorce settlement, ending an 8-year dispute.
The year 2024 was marked by some historic elections across the continents, coupled with global unrest. Beat historic third-term win for Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with unprecedented mandate, US President-elect Donald Trump making a spectacular comeback. Curtains down for the year 2024. What an year it was.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I am Tanvi Taneja. As the world braces to welcome New Year 2025, Australia joins them as one of the first few nations to celebrate the arrival of the New Year 2025. Sydney, known as the New Year's capital of the world, sprayed tons of fireworks from its famed Opera House and Harbour Bridge at midnight to a crowd of 1 million spectators. The arrival of the New Year comes with a vibrant mix of traditions and diverse cultural expressions, with parties of grandeur, firework displays and prayers to mark another year hopeful of happiness, prosperity and success. Earlier, New Zealand welcomed the New Year 2025 as the clock struck 12 in Auckland. New Zealand became one of the first countries in the world to celebrate New Year's Eve with a spectacular fireworks display from the Auckland Sky Tower to welcome in 2025. Along with the rest of the world, India is bidding farewell to 2024 and is set to welcome 2025. Tourists from around the globe are flocking to Goa for the New Year celebrations. The party atmosphere began after Christmas in North Goa's coastal areas, with visitors from various states and countries joining in. Many come for the sun, sea and sand, while others enjoy thrilling water sports like parasailing and jet skiing, making Goa the perfect destination for both relaxation and adventure this New Year. Gulmarg, located in the Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir, attracted large number of tourists amid its snow-capped peaks and serene landscapes. Known for its breathtaking views and abundant snowfall, it has become a top destination for everyone, especially around the New Year. Ahead of the New Year, thousands of tourists thronged Manali, even as the weather department predicted clear but cold weather on December 31st and January 1st in Himachal Pradesh. Police have made additional security arrangements near the iconic Gateway of India in Mumbai for the New Year celebrations. And in view of the New Year celebrations, Delhi Police has made extensive security arrangements to ensure public safety at New Year.
करीबन 590 आदमी लगाए द्वारका जिले से, जिनकी कोशिश है कि बिना किसी इवेंट के ये बहुत ही अच्छा न्यू ईयर निकले। जो भीड़भाड़ वाले एरिया हैं, जैसे वेगस मॉल हो गया, रेडिसन मॉल हो गया या ताज विवांता हो गया, जहाँ पे बड़ी पार्टीज हैं, वहाँ पे हम लोग ड्रोन के थ्रू थोड़ी सी मॉनिटरिंग रखेंगे।
On the eve of the New Year, Mumbai Police, Indian Railways, BMC, along with other departments are fully geared up to ring in the new year with safety and pace. More than 14,000 police personnel have been deployed to Mumbai to maintain law and order on New Year's Eve. People in huge numbers are expected to throng prominent attractions of the city, including the Gateway of India, Marine Drive, Juhu and Versova beaches. 7 watchtowers have been set up at the Marine Drive and 4 at the Gateway of India. The BMC will launch a special campaign at public places like the Marine Drive and the Gateway of India, Shivaji Park, Juhu Chowpatty, Dadar Chowpatty to clean the garbage on the night of December 31st. And DD India correspondents join us now on the festivities ahead for the new year. Rachna Verma joins us from Shimla and Shama Mishra joins us from Mumbai. First of all, a very good evening to both of you girls. Coming to you, Rachna, first. Shimla has been transformed into a winter wonderland. We know that for the past few days. Tell us, how's the hill station welcoming the new year?
Definitely, Tanvi, the Shimla has definitely transformed into a winter wonderland and welcoming the new year with its enchanting charm. As the evening begins, the temperature starts dipping and people starts gathering at the historic Ridge Maidan. And there is absolutely festive-like spirit, as you can see behind me. Though there was no music this year, people are really disappointed and missing the winter carnival which happened last year. Though that is really missing and people are missing, but despite of all this, people are really enjoying the calm and scenic beauty of Himachal Pradesh.
Tell us where you are right now, Rachna. We can see, are you at the Mall Road there?
Yes, I am at the Mall Road, very historic Scandal Point, and as you can see behind me, lots of gatherings are there. People are coming to, like, across the countries. People are here from like Punjab, despite of, yesterday there was a Punjab Bandh. Despite of that, many tourists has, came here with their own vehicles, which has definitely increased lots of, traffic in the city. But police department is definitely all set for this. They have made extra arrangements. They have divided the city into the 5 zones and definitely making sure that tourists face no problem in enjoying their new year and welcoming the 2025.
Okay. Coming to you, Shama, tell us what can we look forward to in Mumbai as far as the celebrations for the new year are concerned.
Well, Tanvi, very good evening, and we are here at Marine Drive, as you've mentioned in your anchor part, where the people in large numbers are expected to throng Marine Drive, Gateway of India, and other places in South India, South Mumbai, sorry. So we are here at Marine Drive, and you can see the people from all the nearby areas in Mumbai. They've already started thronging in here, and that's for one reason, because at night, at midnight, huge fireworks are expected over here. But it could also result into a disappointment, because the BMC, the Mumbai Police, has given strict instruction that no fireworks would be happening over here. Although that is not a dampener for people, they are still over here and they will be welcoming the year 2025 with much grandeur here. You can also see police deployment, and there are watchtowers erected over here. The barricading has been done so that people don't jump the dividers. There is the parking, the areas near Marine Drive, they are parking free. So that means you have to either come in a public vehicle or you have to come walking from the nearest station, but you cannot park your vehicle. This is all done in view of the safety of people. Also at midnight or New Year celebrations, in such celebrations, we often see that drunken driving cases or people, drinking and creating scenes, that usually happens. So Mumbai Police has also deployed extra personnel to check on various nakas that people are not doing drinking driving, and also for women's safety, the special forces are also deployed so that they'll be in check, and at various gates, at various entrances, people would be checked if they are drunk, and if they're drunk, they'll be segregated so that the question of eve teasing or any untoward incident does not happen. So such will be the visuals of Mumbai, and people in large numbers are expected to go out to public places, including this Marine Drive, Gateway of India, the iconic Gateway of India. Then in near Dadar, which is Shivaji Park, people are expected to light up fireworks over there. Mumbai is also known for its grand parties, so hotels are hosting grand parties. There'll be yacht parties, and people are also thronging in over there. Apart from all these, the temples are also geared up to welcome people. There'll be special, entries for people who would want to go at around midnight to seek the blessings of Lord, because many people like to go to temples to begin their new year. And tomorrow also there'll be special puja, special prayers for welcoming the year 2025. Tanvi.
Okay, we leave it here. Thank you very much. Shama Mishra joining us from Mumbai and Rachna Verma joining us from Shimla on the festivities ahead of the New Year, which is just a few hours from now here in India. All right. Moving on to other hard news of the day. In the latest escalation, Ukrainian military intelligence claimed on Tuesday that its naval drone had destroyed a Russian helicopter and damaged another one in the Black Sea. Meanwhile, air defenses in Ukraine's capital of Kiev repelled a Russian air attack earlier in the day. Ukraine's Air Force announced a missile threat across the country. According to preliminary information, missile debris fell on a private building in one of the capital's districts, the city's military administration said on Telegram. Chinese President Xi Jinping acknowledged that his country's economy is facing hard times. This is what came in as he gave his New Year address, and Xi said that the country's economy is facing the pressure of transformation. This is what he said in the New Year address to the country.
The
current economic system faces some new problems, challenges from the uncertainty of the external environment, and pressure from the transformation of new and old economic drivers. But these can be overcome through hard work.
Hollywood stars Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have finalized their divorce settlement, ending one of the most high-profile celebrity splits in recent history. Jolie filed for divorce 8 years ago, citing irreconcilable differences and seeking full custody of their 6 children. The split triggered a bitter custody battle during which Pitt was investigated and cleared of child abuse allegations. Details of the settlement have not been disclosed, but the couple had previously agreed to share equal custody of their children. So this is the divorce settlement of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. And as we are looking forward to the New Year festivities in India, now we are joined by Shishir Shelar from Goa. Shishir, what can we look forward to from the coastal town of Goa?
Well, absolutely. Well, just few minutes left for the New Year's celebration here, and people started gathering at various places across Goa. The party will start in just few moments here, but let me show you that how Goa is decorated completely here. Well, right now I am just near the Mandavi River, and you can see that some of the areas have been lit up here accordingly. I would tell my camera person to show you these, the waterline, the coastline of Goa, which you are seeing on the screens here. Well, thousands of people come to Goa every year, and this time around also we have seen that lots and lots of people this time around also have come to Goa to celebrate New Year. Not just a domestic tourist, but international tourists have also come in a large number, and that's a reason even this time around also Goa is going to be very important and very demanding party place for the 31st celebration across country. Well, in terms of number, I would say that as the government have said that few chartered flights have arrived in Goa from various international locations. You can imagine that how international tourist flow has increased in Goa. Now, it will definitely help to boost the economy, particularly in the state, the tourism economy in the state here. And this particular week, starting from the Christmas to New Year, this is one of the important and crucial one for the Goa's tourism perspective, and that's the reason various offers, attractions have been displayed for the tourists here. This time around also, where I'm standing right now, you'll see that few celebrities will be coming here and will be entertaining people like other places also in Goa. Well, keeping this in mind, we have seen that the heavy tourist wave already come in Goa, and that's the reason security is also an important aspect. We spoke to a state the DGP, and he stated that ample security arrangements have been done at various locations where particularly more crowd gathered. The beach areas, the coastal areas, and some of the party places, they're keeping very close tab so that not any kind of untoward situation happens in this area. The party will continue, but at the same time, the party will continue in discipline in Goa.
Okay, the party will continue, and Shishir Shelar is going to have a very good time ahead in the hours. Thank you very much for joining in from Goa. Well, parties are just beginning to start in India as we approach the final hours towards the end of the year and ushering in the new year. Well, it's a time to reflect and, of course, making every moment count. That's all for this edition of DD India Live. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media handles. And, of course, you can download our DD India mobile app for quick news and updates on the go. I'm Tanvi Taneja from all of us here in New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.